All right, good day, everybody. Welcome back. I know what most of you are saying. Can we try something that's a little bit more difficult? I know that most of this stuff has been too easy for you. So we are going to step it up a notch today, and we're going to be talking about, as you can see, a cylinder. A cylinder is a tube. A cylinder is made up of three basic shapes. We've got two circles and a rectangle. We are still talking about surface area, so we've taken a three-dimensional shape, which is a cylinder, and we flattened it out to make a circle, which would be the top and the bottom. So that part would be there. If you were looking straight down on it, that would be the exact same size circle there. And if you were to unroll the center section, this would unroll to be this length here. And the distance around this circle would be the length of this rectangle. So most of you can picture a rectangular piece of paper. If you rolled it up, it would make a tube, which would make this three-dimensional cylinder here. In order to find the surface area of this shape, we're going to need to find the area of each of these circles. So this circle and this circle, which you already know how to do using the formula. Area of a circle is pi r squared. And then just find the area of this rectangle. So you would need to know the length and the width and multiply them together to find the area of the rectangular part that makes the side walls of the cylinder. So let's try out a question together. Here is the exact same situation. We've got a cylinder which has over here a height of 16 centimeters. And it looks like the diameter, which is the distance across the circle, is 12 centimeters. So the diameter is 12 centimeters. So let's first find the area of the circle, which would be the exact same on the top and the bottom. So remember, the formula for a circle area is pi r squared. That's 3.14 times the radius, which is half the diameter, so that's going to be 6 squared. You know that 6 squared is 36. So it's just going to be 36 times pi. So use your calculator. 36 times 3.14 is 113.04. So each of these circles is 113.04 centimeters squared. So we've done most of the work already. Now, we remember that this cylinder is a rectangle rolled up, and it has a height right here of 16. So I'm going to put that over here as 16. And here's the hard part, is we need to know the length of this rectangle. In fact, we need to know this distance right along here. Now, if you think about it, the distance around this circle, when you unroll it, should be the length of this rectangle. So all we need to know then is the distance around the circle. And I know what you're thinking. I easily can find the distance around the circle if I already know the diameter, which we already do know. The diameter is given to you right here as 12. So to find the distance around a circle, if you know the diameter is 12, is just c equals pi d. Remember, that circumference is 3.14 times the diameter, which is 12 in this case. So that's easy, because 12 times 3 is 36. So let's find out exactly what it is. 37.68. 37.68 centimeters would be the distance around that circle. Again, because it has a diameter of 12. So that is going to be this distance here, which is the length of the shape. So it's 37.68. Now I'm not going to round that off. I'm going to leave that in my calculator screen because it's already there. And I'm simply going to times that by 16 because length times width gives me the area of this rectangle. So I'll write that down for you too. Length times width. And we just figured out that the length is 37.68 and times that by 16. That'll give us our area. So I've already got that in my screen. Hit times by 16. I get 602.88. So this area is 602.88. I'm going to round. I'm going to leave it at 2 decimal places. I'm going to add them all up, and then I'm going to round it off in the very end. So I'm going to take 602.88, and I'm going to add the circles, which were 113. Get that plus sign out of the way. 113.04. That's the top, and the bottom is also 113.04. Add those all up. And I get a grand total of 828.96. So if I'm going to round that off to 1 decimal place, that would move the 9 up to the next number. So that would be basically 829 centimeters squared for the surface area of this cylinder. That's the sides, this rectangle, the side I should say, and both end caps, which are circles. All right, let's try another one. Here we have a cylinder again. It's on an angle, but it's still just a cylinder. It's got a length of 30 and a diameter here of 10. So if you have a diameter of 10, again, you would have a circle, a rectangle if you unrolled it, and a circle. So it's not a very nice circle, but it's a circle nonetheless. The radius is 5. So to find the area of a circle, again, area is pi r squared. Luckily, we did this all in the last unit, in unit 7. That's 3.14 times 5 squared, which is 25. So 3.14 times 25, not decimal 25, but times by 25. And that's 78.5. So each circle is 78.5 centimeters squared. Again, the hard part is to find the area of this rectangle that's rolled up. Now, if you unrolled this rectangle, it kind of would go in this direction. And it has, in this case, a width of 30 centimeters. And to find this length, right, this distance here, I would need to find the distance around the circle. To find the distance around the circle, it's pi times the diameter. And remember right here, the diameter is 10. So C equals pi d times diameter, it's 3.14, times the diameter of 10, which just moves the decimal over 1 place, is 31.4 centimeters. Again, that's going to be this distance right here. 31.4 centimeters. It's a rectangle, so it's length times width. That's 31.4 times 30, because that's the width. So let's do that in our calculator. 31.4 times 30. 942 centimeters squared. Now to get the total surface area, all I need to do is add up those 3 things. So 942, it's already in my calculator. I'll just leave it there. Plus 78.5, plus 78.5, and you're at 1,099 as our total surface area. 1099 centimeters squared. Again, so we're just flattening out the cylinder, finding the area of each panel, and adding them all together. It does involve a fair amount because a cylinder is made up of a circle, and a circle is a whole different ballgame compared to rectangles and triangles like we were talking about before. We can try one more if you want. I know you're probably really want to try one, so let's do one more in case you're not sure. If you are sure, then don't worry about this. Don't watch this. Turn it off now and move on. Try the worksheet. If you want to see one more, we can do one more. So again, we've got a circle at each end, and the diameter is 16. So let's first find the area of each circle, which is pi r squared. 3.14 times the radius, which is 8 squared, and 8 squared is 64, so 3.14 times 64. Let's do that in your calculator. 200.96. Each of these circles is 200.96. Now we got to find this rectangle in the middle. If I unrolled it, it would be kind of like this. And because it says 25 here, it's 25. And then I just got to find the distance around the circle to find the length, right? That would give me the length of this rectangle's, the side of it. So to find the distance around the circle, I got to use the diameter, which is here, 16 times 3.14. So circumference is pi times the diameter is 3.14 times 16. So again, use your calculator. 50.24. Leave that in your calculator, don't erase it. So this length is 50.24. Again, that's from here to here. And I'm going to times that by 25, because that's length times width for the area of a rectangle. So that's 25, which is the width of the tube, times by the actual length of it when I unrolled the paper, which is 50.24. So I've already got 50.24 in my calculator screen, so I'm just going to hit times by 25, and I get 1256. So the area of this is 1256 centimeters squared. That's the flat piece of paper that's rolled up. And then each end, which we already did, was 200.96 centimeters squared. And this side too, let's erase that, 200.96 centimeters squared. That's the circle part. I add those all together, and I get 1657.92. So I'm going to add 1256 plus 200.96 plus 200.96 for a grand total of 1657.92. So I'm just going to leave it as 0.9 centimeters squared, total surface area of this shape. All right, there you have it. We stepped it up a notch. It's a little bit more difficult. Try the worksheet, and good luck.